Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cancer, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Emperor. All right, so you're all business this week, Cancer, right? This is a week where it looks like you're getting quite serious about some stuff, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you are really focused on a lot of the details. Maybe for some of you, this might be a week where you're really deciding to get into taking your career to the next level, right? Whether this is the work, whether it's the profession, whether it's your own business, this is about you really squeezing every last drop out of yourself when it comes to your career and also when it comes to your skill set. It looks like you're paying a lot of attention to honing your skills, honing your craft in some way, shape or form. The other thing with the Emperor card as well, very often when this card shows up for us, it means that we are taking back authority or ownership in some area of our lives. And because you've got this as the key to the week, it kind of suggests that in all of these different sectors of your life, you're having to really command, really take back your power in some way, shape or form. So this is the week to show up, right? And this isn't, what is the Emperor? He's a ruler first and foremost, and yes, you know, while he is an emperor and he's got his armor and all the rest of it on, there is a strategic energy behind this. It's not just a case of, you know, stamping your feet and shouting, "Oh, I'm taking my power back, authority is mine." You know, it's not that. It's about being strategic and putting things in place or making power moves, if you like. So with that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, especially my Cancerian lunar brothers and sisters. And for those of you that are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button for your actions and options this week. How might you be utilizing this energy? How might you be commanding your own authority in your life? And you're doing this through the Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is very often, it's about what you really feel drawn to do on sort of the material level, but it's also in a lot of ways about using your voice in a way that is about your skill set, right? This is about you kind of claiming and owning what you know you're good at and enhancing those things. The other thing with the Page of Pentacles, very often it represents a side hustle, a business. It can be about academia, but it's usually on a more practical level. Things like apprenticeships, you know, the gaining or the gathering of new skills. And because you've got this Emperor card, for a lot of you, this, like, one of the best ways for you to claim your own authority, one of the places that I think you could start is by looking at the skill set that you already have and deciding how bloody awesome that is already, right? Before you even think about going into the space of, well, you know, I could tighten this up and I need to don't do any of that. Own and claim where you're at right now. You know, bless those gifts and those skills and those attributes that you've got, so that then you can start to move towards refining them even more so, right? This isn't about coming from a place of lack this week. It's actually about coming from a place of power already. For your communication conversations, you've got the Mother of Pentacles, which is obviously the Queen of Pentacles, right underneath the Emperor. And in a lot of ways, for me personally, this combination really does speak to you truly being aware of this week. It's like you're truly getting a glimpse of how you really can expand your professional life. For a lot of you, this is about how you can improve your material life by upscaling your skills, by up-leveling your skills, by taking real command of your what's the word? Yeah, by taking real command of your day-to-day sort of energy and resources, but also how to use the things that you have available to you at the moment to best effect to get the desired result. This card in a lot of ways is about increasing what you can get out of whatever you have, right? So this is about your communications, your career. Who's in your network? Who can you start to hit up now? Who can you connect with? How can you broaden your I almost want to say, like, how can you broaden your search sort of, is it your search net? Like, how, yeah, I guess that's not the right phrase. I'm struggling. Mercury's retrograde in Aquarius. But you kind of get what I mean, right? This is about looking into the connections that you already have and asking yourself, how can I get more out of these connections and how can I put them to work for me? Now, when it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, if you want that pay rise, if you know and believe in your heart and soul that you are doing more than enough to warrant that, this is the week to start formulating what you want to say, how to say it, right? This is the week where you start to point out how invaluable you are. Retrograde energy, remind people how invaluable you are, right? Reveal to people all of the secret jobs that you've been doing that nobody else takes care of, that if you didn't, nothing would get done with. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, people that work for themselves, again, look at your current client list and ask yourself, how can I either be introduced to new people through this, or how can I bring these people together to amplify the ability that I have to tap into this network? I guess what that means in sort of simple terms is, how can you bring your clients together? Maybe think about throwing an event where you can start to mix and mingle, right? Give each one of them a +1 so that you can start to meet more of their network as well. This is really about expansion this week. When it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working, one way that this might show up for you is this need for you to do things on a very practical level. This may also be, for some of you, you're going back to the drawing board with a skill, not for work, not even to make money, but just because you need something to do that feels useful. For your love and relations, you have the 8 of Wands, right underneath the Page of Pentacles. This is the week to put the feelers out, right? This is the week to, if you've got a product, if you've got a service, if you have, if there's an application that you want to make as well, like, this is a great week for applications, I have to say. Anything where you're having to appeal to people to get something out of them. If you want to test a product, if you want to test a service, this is a great week for this kind of thing. It really is. Now, aside from that, when it comes to those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, there's a lot of communication this week going back and forth. Maybe you and a partner are hashing out an idea. Maybe you're starting to get really clear on something that you are, I feel like it's like you're trying to get really clear on something that you both have a vision for, but at the moment it's just in that sort of conceptual realm. Because you've got the Emperor, this suggests that a lot of headway could be made this week, but it's just going to be a lot, right? Going back and forth. But that's good, right? Stimulation. And then for those of you that are single, if you are meeting someone or connecting with them this week, it's going to be over the airways. Text message, email, Skype, phone call, FaceTime, all of that kind of stuff. Don't make me do the speech. We are not out here in 2022 trying to be catfished, right? If they can't speak to you at least once on FaceTime or Zoom, move on. That being said, for your money and materials, you've got the Fool card. So this is a new idea, a new way of making money, maybe a new revenue stream for some of you. New revenue streams, by the way, highly favored this week. Even if it's just that you're putting the finishing touches on one, that you're getting the general consensus of what's good about it, what's great about it, what works, what doesn't. This is a great energy. I love the Fool card for money because it suggests that this is like a new way of finding money, a new way of making resources. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Fool card is a new lease on life. So if you find you've got more energy this week, you know, it may be because you've got a new project and that's giving you new sort of vibes and energy, but it could just as easily be it could just as easily be a burst of energy that comes in because you feel the tide of the seasonal energy that we're in. Now, yes, we're still in winter, you know, actually coming into the depths of winter, but still there's like a palpable internal energy that you're fired up with this week, and it's really great. When it comes to your home and environment, there is a change coming up to the home this week, which you are always very sensitive to because the home is your domain. But this is a change for the better, and it's a change that you are initiating, right? And this, I kind of feel like, is where you're taking command of something this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.